Today's video is about ethical brands and ways how to have more sustainable wardrobe and environmentally friendly shopping. Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Ernst. I'm a personal stylist and here we talk about style basics, current trends, and tricks for everyday style. Sustainable and ethical ways of life getting more and more attention. Fashion being one of the most wasteful industries it is, definitely need an overhaul. Did you know that fashion industry is more wasteful than an oil industry? It creates 53 million tons of landfill waste a year. Also, fashion industry consumes 79 billion cubic meters of water a year, the size of a 32 million Olympic-sized pools. Did I read it right? It's crazy. Just sounds crazy. Sustainable fashion has three important factors to it. First is the materials that are used to make the clothing, and it needs to be environmentally friendly even before the materials get to the manufacturing. Because, for example, a lot of synthetic materials are pretty much made of oil, and they're very water wasteful and not recyclable or biodegradable in their afterlife. But don't think that all the natural materials are good then, because for example, cotton is one of the most water wasteful fabric it is, and it's even more water wasteful than synthetic. And also wool and leather are very cruel industries. The topic of ethical and sustainable materials, it can be a very separate video, so let me know in the comments if you're interested in that, and I'll share what I know and we'll do more research on that. And yeah, it's actually quite interesting. The next factor is how the clothing get manufactured, what environmental input the company put while they're making the clothing, right? So it's a water impact, an energy impact, if they use the toxic materials for dyeing the clothing or other production use. The third factor to consider, if the brand works in a way that benefits people and the communities. If the company pays a fair wage to the employees, if it provides with a good work environment in terms of health and safety, and also if the company gives back to the community, working with some charities or investing in some researches about alternative energy sources or some ways of making the production of clothing more ethical and sustainable, or participate in other ways, support the community, and make the fashion industry less wasteful and better. To sum up, three important factors of sustainable fashion is materials that are used, if the production of clothing is actually environmentally friendly, and how the brand treats the people that work for the brand and the community that the company works in. And all these factors you can easily find on a company's website. Maybe you already have brands that you like, but you're not sure are they sustainable and ethical and environmentally friendly. Trust me, if they are, they're proud and loud. We'll be talking about it on their website. And in general, try to support local companies because it means they use local materials, local employees. There are lots of sustainable and ethical companies out there, but today I want to talk about few that I know, that I shop from, or that have a different interesting approach and ways of how they being sustainable. And yeah, let's talk about those brands. So I will discuss only few, but down below I will link a few articles that list lots of clothing brands that are sustainable, ethical, and environmental friendly, so you will be able to find for your taste and lots of options. I want to start with the Canadian brand FrankenOak that I personally love and shop myself. They use a lot of ethical, sustainable materials like recycled denim, recycled hemp, organic cotton, and tencel, which is a fiber that's made of eucalyptus trees, and they're less water wasteful and more durable. This brand has a lot of basic pieces as well as fashionable. They also make shoes and winter clothing, and they use recycled materials for the feeling, and it's actually good up to -35 or something, and it's very important for us Canadians. And on top of that, it's very affordable. The prices are maybe slightly more than Zara prices. You can find the stores across Canada, but they ship worldwide. So check them out. I think that's a really cool Canadian brand. Next brand that I want to talk about is Reformation, and you probably know about this brand as one of the biggest sustainable ethical brands there is. They have a very chic style to their pieces, and the prices are pretty expensive, but the company prides itself on doing as much sustainable things as possible. And on their website you can find a lot of good educational materials, so they also spread the word to everyone who is coming across their website and their brand. They can learn so much about what's happening in the sustainable fashion industry and how the fashion overall impact the world and impact the environment. It's a really good source to educate yourself and find out what materials are more environmentally friendly and will last longer and made in more sustainable, ethical way. And you can look for those materials every time you buy a piece. So definitely check out their website for those educational reasons and just check out their beautiful pieces. The next company is COO Jana, and they have a little bit of a different approach. They focus on a locally sourced materials and craftsmanship from all over the world. Like they have pieces from Italy, Ecuador, Argentina, Peru, but most of their pieces are made in the United States. They pride themselves on being a part of the community in different countries and taking advantage of local skilled labor as well as locally sourced materials and supporting small, very often family-owned businesses. With this brand, you will be able to find clothing, shoes, purses, accessories, and their goal is to make product that is made to last, and that's what makes it sustainable, that will last long, you won't buy more. And I think it's a great approach and it encourages craftsmanship. I was also happy to find out there are some jewelry companies that are sustainable and ethical, and I'm gonna link an article with a list of those jewelry brands, but I'm gonna mention one of them that I really liked their pieces. They're very stylish and modern, and the brand name is Raven plus Lily. This is actually one of the most socially impactful brands, and currently they employ artisan women in India, Ethiopia, Kenya, Cambodia, Pakistan, Guatemala, and USA, all at fair trade wages, give them access to a safe job, sustainable income, healthcare, and education, and all the jewelry products are made of recycled materials or locally sourced. I will link all those brands that I mentioned down below, as well as articles where you can find more brands that are sustainable, ethical, and environmentally friendly. And let me know that if you know some really cool brands. I would love to know that. Just leave your comments, and yeah, don't forget about like and subscribe, right? And even mass market brands like Zara and H&M, they have lines of products that made of recycled materials or organic cotton. And it's great that it's getting more and more spread and more companies getting involved in this. And us as the consumers, we need to be responsible for our purchases and our impact of buying things. And we need to look on the labels what it's made of, and maybe Google a company, what this brand, if this brand is environmentally friendly, if they do anything for the community. Responsibility comes from the both sides, and actually the demands drive the supply. Because it's really up to us, I want to talk a little bit more about ways to have a more sustainable wardrobe and shop more consciously and smart. One of the sustainable way to shop is to visit a thrift store. And right now there is actually a thrift store for every budget, starting from ThredUp, where you can find more mainstream brands, and up to the Real, where you can find luxury brands on a discount. Think about bringing in some of your pre-loved pieces and giving them a second life and get some money back. But the most sustainable behavior is to shop smart. Smart shopping means you buy clothing that you actually need. You look for pieces that will age well and that will bring lots of outfits into your wardrobe. These pieces usually have good quality, simple cuts, clean lines, and express your style and personality so you can love it for longer. And even if you buy pieces from fast fashion companies like Zara, for example, you still should apply the same good buying habits. For example, in my wardrobe, I have a lot of pieces from fast fashion companies, but some of them are 4 or 5 years old, but I still use them very often. Before you buy, always go through a checklist. Do you actually need this piece? Is it versatile? Is the quality there? What material is it made of? Does it bring variety to your wardrobe? Does it have a timelessness to it? But to know the answers to all these questions, you need to have a clear understanding of your wardrobe, of pieces you're looking for. And this is exactly what I teach in my course, How to Build a Functional Wardrobe Using Capsule Approach. Instead of investing into the next useless piece of clothing, invest in knowledge that will help you to build a wardrobe that you actually love, that will be versatile and will bring you so much joy. And how to shop smart for pieces you actually need and will work for your lifestyle, personality, and taste. If you're interested in this course, use the link below to know all the details. And I'm so excited about it because I think this course turned out really well. And yeah, I hope you will enjoy it if you take it. If you don't, you should. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some useful information out of it. Share your brands and your thoughts about the sustainable fashion and ethical brands, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.